guys, Marge here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench. As per the title of the video, this one is for Gavin. If you haven't seen Gavin's channel, go take a look. Gavin Booth, his name is. I'll put a link in the description right below this video. I'll put a link down there. You can go and have a look at his channel. He's been doing this for a long time and he's an absolutely awesome figure painter. He's one of the best. And he is building models, and he like me, picks up a project and puts it down and then picks it back up again. And yesterday I saw a video of his that he'd done about the Meng 1/35th scale Jeep, and he's sort of pretty down on himself. He was sort of saying in that video, you can see the video, you can have a look at his channel, and he's talking about how he can't build model kits, and he's trying to tell the people out there he can't build a model kit. Straight after that video, he put a video out for Paul regarding HMS Kent. He's built or building in 700 scale, and as I say, it's a kit that he works on. He's put to one side, he's got back out, puts to one side, like that. If that man's showing me the HMS Kent that he's building in 1/700 scale and trying to tell me that he can't build a model kit, then I'm afraid, Gavin, you're very much mistaken. Now the issue he's having is with this Meng 1/35th scale Jeep. Now this is the flamethrower type, and I was building this on the channel. I just gave up on it because I just got bored with it. But basically it's a 1/35th scale Jeep, and fundamentally it's the same kit as the ordinary Jeep. So if we look at the sprue callouts, which of course it's Meng, they'll be at the back, won't they? If you look at the sprue callouts, basically you've got A, which is all your chassis parts. You've got your body down here, you've got your wheels, you've got your exhaust, engine bits and pieces and everything. And then here we've got C parts. If you notice, there's no B. Okay, so basically here you've got a bonnet with holes in it, or a hood because it's American. You've got jerry cans or fuel cans or whatever, and you've got the flamethrower stuff, which obviously you won't get in the standard kit. So obviously the standard kit is going to be A, B, a Y sprue and a body. I don't believe this has a windscreen. You can see we've got a windscreen there, but this kit doesn't use it. So the Y sprue is probably common. There will be an A sprue which is common, a B sprue and the body which is common. Okay, and then obviously you'll have different decals or decals. So the problem Gavin was having was actually fitting the body to the chassis, and I don't really understand why. And I watched the video again, and one of the comments I'd noticed he talked about was all the holes in the body. Now as you can see, the first thing we want to get rid of is this serial number, and we've got this Meng moulded on here, which is bloody horrible. I don't know why these manufacturers do that. That's horrible. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ejector pin marks. Now, if you're fussy about your models, you want them nice, you want to fill these. If not, just leave them, cover them in mud, whatever. But we've got two small ones in there. We've got a small one there, large one there, large, 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 large. So, and there's a large one there. So you might want to get rid of them. But I noticed that Gavin said he was filling in holes. And if you look on here, you can see you've got holes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sorry, that I've drilled out. And that, what it is, you can see here, here's 2 there that are blind. Blind means not all the way through. You've got 1 there which is blind, and then you've got 2 there which are blind. And I think I've probably drilled that. Yeah, I've drilled those 2 as well as per the instructions. You've got 2 here which are blind. So what they've done, they've used one body obviously, because the cost of tooling for making this body would be astronomical. So they've used one tool and just made holes, and then they tell you in the instructions, as you can see here, they're telling me to drill these holes here all in 1mm coloured in red. And as you can see on there, we've got that one there, we've got that one there, and we've got those 2 there which aren't drilled. Okay, so there's those 2 there, that one there, and that one there which isn't drilled, and I think that's it. So so there we go. Now the rest you can fill in, and I think what Gavin's done, I think he's mistakenly filled these in. If you look at Gavin's problem, he says that he can't get the body to fit the chassis properly. And if you actually look, I can just drop that on like that and it just fits straight away. Okay, it's a modern kit. This is generally how modern kits, especially like Meng and Tamiya are. They just fall together. But I think what's happened, I think Gavin has actually accidentally filled those 2 holes. And what he's got on his is this. And if you look, I think if you look at my comment below the video, I think it's 11:20 into the video, there's a close-up shot of this area here, and you can see this hole in the chassis here that I'm pointing to, that gusset in between that triangular piece there, should go over that pin. And you can see that he hasn't got it there, it's to one side. So basically if you just drop that on, you can see it just falls into place. But if you look when he shows you the back, you can see that his body is like that. See, mine's just, I can't get it to go wrong because those holes, these two holes here line up with these two pins here, and it's actually helping the body just fall together. So that's what Gavin's done. He's got it glued together like that. And you can see when he shows you the rear panel, you can see the body is off to the, see mine, it won't stay off. It wants to keep going back right. So that's what's happening. He's got it like that. Okay. And when you look at it, as I say, around 11:20, you can see the pin and that isn't lined up. So that's your problem, Gavin. So if I were you, what I'd do, mate, is get a little pointed tool like this, get it underneath there where you've got your super glue, get it under, just break it away, get it under there, break it away, and you should find that the chassis will come away from the body. And then what you can do is just, if those pins are still there, leave them in place, sand all that nice and flat, get rid of those pins on there, those two there, cut them off, sand all that nice and flat, and then you should find everything will line up because you've got these two supports. They support the front fenders and bolt to the chassis in real life. Okay, so they go there, they fall into these two notches here, 1, 2, okay, there's a notch there and a notch there. So they will actually fall into there beautifully. So the front you can't get wrong, and then the back end will just fall together like that, and you'll find that your towing or your pin or whatever is in the middle of that section which is cut out there in the rear. Okay, and don't worry about all these holes being filled on mine, it's because it's the flamethrower version. But there you go. So that's, as I say, that's for Gavin. Go take a look at his channel, have a look at some of his figure painting, it's absolutely awesome. So he says he can't build models, I tell you I can't paint figures. But, you know, he can build models and paint figures. So there you go, Gav, that's one for you. I'd love to see you correct it and get it all right, because it's not going to look right when it's like, when it's sat up in the air and it's like that, because that pin there, that pin in there is sitting up on the chassis. You can see it there, the light's picking up on it, and that's what's keeping your chassis away. Okay, so I mean you could cut all the pins off. As you can see, I haven't glued the leaf springs on mine yet, reason being I want to make sure all the wheels touch the ground. So after the body's glued to the chassis and everything's all firmly done, what we can do is put the wheels on and then make sure they're all touching the ground, and then glue the springs then. Okay, so thank you for watching, and hopefully, Gavin, that's been a bit of a help to you. I'm not trying to say I'm the big master modeler and I know everything, but if I spot a problem that you're struggling with, I'm going to help you with it. And that applies to anyone. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye for now.